I'm not taking a vaccine, I don't know what's in it.
Well, it's a scandal that says a lot about modern eating habits and the desire for ever cheaper processed food. Meat products from across Europe have been found to be contaminated with horse meat. Well, in some cases, ready meals like beef lasagna were found to contain up to 99% horse meat.
Hello, how you doing? So this is not a vegan or vegetarian rant about not eating meat. I'm not saying that at all. I eat meat, I like meat. What I'm going to talk about today is what type of meat we're eating. So a few years ago, a few scandals, there was horse meat in many products, and donkey meat or whatever it was. And it all sort of blew over. Now, if you think that that's over, you're mad. You're absolutely mad. It's all about profit, isn't it? They're trying to make money. So they're going to put any meat in whatever they like. So yeah, Findus lasagna, 99% horse. Really? Okay. Burger King had pork in their beef burgers. Really? Bit of donkey here, bit of donkey there, whatever it is. But now, first of all, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with eating horse meat. I'd happily try and eat horse meat, but I want to know I'm eating it. These guys are just filling it up, just crap, shit, to make profit. So, like I say, nothing wrong with horse meat. Loads of people around the world eat it on a regular basis. I've never actually had horse meat, by the way. Might give it a try. But I just want to know that I'm eating it. So this is not a vegan rant. I want to stress that. This is not a vegetarian rant. I eat meat. I want you to eat meat. But what I do want you to do is know what you're eating. Like when you go to the supermarket and you get like 4 beef burgers, for $1 or something. Think about that. How can that be? How can that be? It's not possible, is it? They've got to feed it, raise it, kill it, slaughter it, make the burger, put it in a box. $1? Come on, it can't be good, can it? It just cannot be good. Think about this stuff. So basically, once they grind meat, mince it, or do all that nonsense, they can do what they like with it. And they can call it what they like. By the way, beef, the term beef. Beef, you think is cow, isn't it? I think it's cow. It's cow. No. Could be buffalo, could be ox, could be bison. So, legally, the term beef, that's what it means. You could be eating buffalo like that. Just like that. Bang, bang, bang. They just mince it up, do what they want. Now, chicken nuggets and stuff like that. I don't know if you've heard of pink slime. Pink slime will make you vomit. It will make you vomit. Okay, so pink slime is bits of gristle, bits of ear, bits of nose, bits of cock, bits of balls, bits of whatever, bone and everything. It goes into a massive washing machine type thing, okay? And they jet spray it, high pressure jet spray. And what it does is it breaks down into a mush, into a slime, pink slime. Basically, look at a hot dog. That is pink slime. That stuff is just like, there's no meat in it. The term meat, there's no actual meat going on in there. It's bone, bollock, balls. That's what it is. And it's just like this pink slime, high pressure, water that they bang on it, whack it down into this paste, and then they make chicken nuggets out of it, So anything like sort of sausages and da-da-da. Unless you go, and I want to promote this, go to your local butcher who makes sausages. He'll grind some meat and do it, and da-da. That's what we used to do back in the day before it was massive profit. Now, no, it's all about profit. They're feeding you shit. Now, get yourself a nice steak. Lovely. Get yourself some pork chops. Lovely, if you're into that. You can see what it is maybe, can't you? Even then, there's the ethical kind of view on all of that and how animals are treated. But this horse meat stuff, which really, you're bonkers. You're absolutely out of your mind if you think they're not doing it still. Of course they're bloody doing it. They're trying to make money. They will put anything in. Another thing, funny isn't it how I eat beef. But if I say to myself, do you want some dog? No, I don't want to eat dog. I don't eat dog. Well, why don't I eat dog? Do you want chicken? Yeah, I'll eat chicken. Okay. Do you want owl? No, I don't want an owl. I'm not eating an owl. Sheep. Do you eat sheep? What, lamb? Yeah. Oh, I eat lamb, yeah. Okay, what about a cat? No, I'm not eating cat. Isn't it strange how it's meat, isn't it? Meat's meat. And again, in some parts of the world, they eat these things. But we're very snobby about it. We get all snobby about how could you? How could you eat a dog while you're tucking into, you know, a baby sheep? Bit strange, isn't it? It's all a bit confusing. Like I say, not a vegan rant. I'm pro-meat. I'm eating quite a lot of it at the moment, in fact, as part of my new diet. Look, that's it. Look, all I'm trying to say, right, guys, is this. Anything ground that you didn't ground, mince or mix is a load of old shit. Just watch it. Watch what's happening. These guys are trying to make money. They're feeding us, and they're feeding us really well. At no point did we ask them to feed us, you know, well, you know, with great food, you know, keep us well, keep us fit. They're feeding us well with shit. They're just pumping it at us. Pumping shit at you and your kids. I've had enough of this. See you later.
No, it's not over yet. Not over yet, by a long way, I don't think. The trouble is, as more and more scandals come out, the public just become anaesthetised to it, and just kind of, it becomes a bit, oh well, another scandal. And it's wrong to do that. Just on your point on the culturally sort of thing, we did a survey on lovefood.com about asking, would you eat horse meat? 65% of people said they would, if it was clearly labelled as such. People have been abroad and tried it in different countries. You know, maybe now they won't, and that's a bit of a shame. That might take some of the pressure off some of the other species we eat. After all, horses don't get TB, they don't get foot and mouth. You know, why not eat them? But I think this has sort of set that whole question aside, and people are just angry and confused, and it's just come on top of so many other scares and, you know, establishment letdowns from government agencies, the press, everything. People are just sick to the back teeth of it, really. I don't think so at all. I think self-regulation just doesn't work. We've seen that in pretty much every sector and every industry. It's like putting drunks in charge of breathalyzing people. It's just not going to work, I don't think. I think there's a role the consumer has to play in all of this. We've talked about industry and government and that sort of stuff, but the consumer, we've had so much cheap food, and the consumer's got to realise that if you can buy 4 100% beef burgers for 50p, that's just not going to wash. With grain prices going up, with fuel costs going up, and everything else is rising, you think, well, how, if these animals are costing this much to feed, how can this be so cheap? And actually consumers have got to start asking themselves, why is this cheap? Well, there's cheap meat, and then there's sort of made to look like cheap meat. Things like burgers, sausages, and as soon as you start mincing stuff up and putting it in other things and putting layers of sauce on it and obfuscating it and playing around with it and moving it between different countries, the potential for deceit and duplicity there just grows and grows. So cheap meat, as in cheap cuts of meat and different bits and bobs, oxtail and things like that, you know, there are cheap cuts, and there are ways to sort of save money and be price conscious, but also, you know, it's a beef burger that costs that much to produce. You've got to start asking certain questions, and it's, you know, why not make your own?